Man, have you heard the news that Tyler Perry is a billionaire?
I
Have you heard?
did hear it, and I feel like it didn't go as big as it should have.
They hate on the boy, man. He didn't need them. They ain't gonna pick that up.
Uh,
He might free some niggas if he lets you know that you could do it on your own and have some shit that people think is less than. They don't want you to know that. No,
yeah, yeah. That's
never.
man. I heard that, and I was like, "Dad, like, there you go, there you go." Because you know what? That's what we talk about all the time. That's kind of what we building. You understand what I'm saying? When I look at his empire, I see things that he supports. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Things down to House of Pain and stuff like that, and even the continuing Medea series of movies and things like that.
Right.
People mainstream don't watch these things anymore. These aren't mainstream things, but he's still kicking that content out. You know what I'm saying? He's still kicking the content out because it's his. It's his. And there is an audience for it. And it's grown to give him what he has today. So, I really appreciate seeing that from him because it gives me a little bit of motivation. I'm not gonna front.
But it's so like amazing because I told you I listen to a bunch of podcasts. So I think I listened to an Oprah Winfrey one. It's called Masterclass, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really dope because I love when like somebody asks you a question and you just answer it, but you don't hear them ask the question. So the Masterclass is a whole bunch of people. They get asked questions, and then it's all of them just saying the answer. There's nobody else in it. So he just talk about like getting fired from his job, writing plays in his car, nobody coming to his plays,
Mm-hmm.
getting the money up for another play, and then it get a little bigger, then it failed, and it get a little bigger. Then he talk about it being super cold one time, and the people still coming, and just building his empire off of doing it your way. And he just wanted control, and he just said, "Black people is my audience. I'm gonna focus on them." And I keep trying to tell people that without me making it yet, but when we make it, when we on top, we doing our thing. Is like, this is what I know. If we have a core, who gives a fuck about everybody else? He knew who his core was, so he's like, "Yo, I don't have to make movies for Hollywood. I make
Mm-mm.
people movies for people in the hood. I make movies. The church, of course, the church is gonna be behind shit and stuff like that." He knew, like, yo, I'm gonna make these kind of movies. So he was like, yo, let me just go with what I know. And he did it his way. He got the old Confederate place out here.
Mm-hmm.
He turned it into his own like spot, man. He had a beautiful party with everybody black that was somebody was there.
Mm-hmm.
And he named the different lots after people. They took the champagne and threw it. Like, this is some shit we ain't never seen. And this is from a person that we don't even necessarily like all his shit, but he
Mm-hmm.
don't give a fuck because he knows somebody that like it. Like, yeah, you see an old joke like, fuck you, bitch. You be like, oh, I know somebody that like it. Yeah, so it's just like, bruh,
Bro.
he knows somebody, bruh. He knows who likes his shit. And even now, people make fun of his movies and stuff like The Wigs or this or that with his Netflix shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, bro, I shot it at my own shit. I had my own people. I put it together. All I need is niggas to distribute it, just like Master P did. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's just like, I do everything in house, so I only need you for this much. Where
Yep.
most people need people for this much,
For
and then
everything.
they get that much.
Yep. Yep. It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, man, if people like how you saying he got a little core fan base, right? If people think this man is under, they lying. I remember I went to a play, you know what I'm saying? And this is not even that long ago. I think this was like his last play. Like he was doing his little last run.
Yeah, like a year or two ago, I think it was the last run.
Yeah, bruh, bruh. That joint was packed.
And
Packed.
top dollar, I bet too.
Yes, yes,
For
it was packed in there. So he's not hurting. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand publicity does not equal a fan base. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what people think. You think you see, I mean, shoot, and people need to understand that it don't work like that. It's a lot of shows on the Fox network, Stars, um, NBC, all of these that people don't know.
yeah,
People don't know these shows because it ain't what they into. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So that's all people gotta remember. People gotta remember, man. Yo, you could build a core audience, and you need to stick with them, and that's it. You ain't gotta move past that,
bro. Like rappers like Currency, singers like Anthony Hamilton, they just know their core, so they can do 4,500 room like people at concerts, and they could do different little festivals and get a little bag, and they could live a very comfortable life without and walk past certain people in the store, they won't even know who they are, but they could live this comfortable life because they connected with the core and they connected with how much money they need to be successful. So they're like, I could give a fuck about who else likes me, even knows me, like Anthony Hamilton and stuff like that. Currency, they could probably walk through the store. Maybe one or two people will know who they are for real, but they got
depending on where they at.
True, definitely depending on. But I'm getting the average white person don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Because look, white people know the baby. Like, oh, even my aunt or somebody or her. I heard the baby before or something like that, but
they probably wouldn't know him if they seen him though.
No, man. So it's just like that shit is inspiring because it's just like maybe you don't like it. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like it, but it worked for me, and I own a lot of shit. Like, and it's like sad. Like, that's what I'm saying. We need to disagree in private because it's like, a lot of people like, oh, shit, corny. But even that, he knows if I make these wigs or something bad and y'all talking about it, guess who won? I did. Like, you niggas is talking about something. So